Hey guys, MJK here. Just wanted to do a quick update video and kind of talk about some things, I guess. I've already done my daily events. I actually intended to record it, but then just chaos broke out in my house and dogs barking, kids, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, I can't use this footage, but I'll just kind of explain. So, yeah, for the mystery bag contest, just wanted to show you guys. Let me see if I still have it, because sometimes when you play on multiple accounts on the same phone, it like overwrites your teams. But yeah, this is the one that I used this morning. All melee, and basically you can just full auto this, and I think it helps if you put on don't use skills. So this is what I used, but I don't quite understand the AI, I'll admit. Like, I had Saberetta as a thief in here, and he's melee and everything, but he actually ended up running up really quickly and then killing the boss before even getting the treasure chest behind him. So I don't know like how they decide who's gonna get the treasure chest first or who's gonna hit the boss or whatever, but this particular lineup happened to get all the chests and then kill the boss afterwards. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't know if that's gonna be useful at all, but I just, for these crappy prizes like the ingots and whatever, I don't want to deal with like manually doing it, quite honestly. Okay, and then the holiday present thing, I mean, this is really late because there's only like one day left, if even, but for this one, and I'm not showing this because it's going to be really practical. By the time you see this, you might have already be done with your last run, but just for the future, just kind of like have a mindset of trying to figure these things out to make your life a little bit easier. This is the lineup that I used. Obviously, you have to pick the main characters and everything. I put Edgar in the middle because actually putting them in the second slot will make him go all the way furthest to the left. So that kind of keeps him away from, Michael and the group of enemies. And obviously you don't want to kill the enemies until you picked up all the chests. So again, I ran this full auto with don't use skills on, and they just grab the chests before they even turn to the enemies. So again, just something to think about for the future. I'll just turn this back off because I'm done with that. But that's not the purpose of the video. I just want to kind of give some last minute, like a PSA or whatever. So the winter event is finally coming to a close, thank God. I don't think this is a situation like other games where you can realistically expect to just clear out the shop. Maybe I could have if I used more of my offline AP to do this event, but I mean, I did a lot of multiplayer. But I also didn't want to just constantly use Holy Brawler every single game, and everybody's like Holy Brawlers only or Shayna only, and it just kind of like annoys me. So I didn't farm it quite as much as I expected to, but I did get the character shards, which were definitely worth it. Excuse me, I think they were like 10 shards for 400. These are really not worth it, the water soul shards and dark soul shards, unless you just really happen to farm a ton. I mean, 600 wreaths for 5 shards is really asking a lot. The only reason I didn't get Lofia is because I already have her to job 3. Otherwise, this would definitely be a priority buy for me as well, because, she's very useful. As far as these other materials, I mean, buy them as you need. I just don't happen to need them right now. But I am trying to stock up on some of these equipments at the end here. I mean, 20 wreaths is basically like 3 runs, 3 or 4 runs maybe, and that's just so much easier than actually farming up 60 of these shards. Same with the gear rod. I mean, paying 20 wreaths is really nothing for these things. And then if you decide, or if you have the time or whatever, the Lion Monarch shield's always useful. Magus Hood's pretty useful, but they're not quite as good a deal as the Sacred Lion Blade and Gear Rod, but you can buy them as well as you need, because 10 wreaths is really, I mean, that's like 1.5 runs. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on for today. I just want to buy as many of these as I can, because I mean, I have a decent stock of them. I have 10 of these and 7 of these. But you will always need these for like pretty much every character that you build. So that's why I'm stocking up on those. But for the rest of these, I mean, again, they are very useful. And if I needed them, I would try to go for it, because it's such a pain to farm and craft the normal way. But I just don't happen to need any of them really urgently right now. And I don't have the time to farm enough of that. So get what you need, obviously. On this particular account, I got all the Snowman Hat Shards, and I just turned it into one 5-star accessory. But on my alt account, I actually have one I just decided to use 2 of them. I have one 4-star and one 3-star. and there's like 20 shards left over. It's kind of awkward. But there's not really a huge improvement going from 4-star to 5-star in my opinion. So if you have a couple of characters that you really want to have a little bit more starting jewels for, so that they can start out with the important skill, like for instance like a Vargas or a Thief Sabaretta, which is probably the top candidate for this, because even at level 85 he's not going to have enough starting jewels to use his demon summoning the Dirk projection skill. But with the Snowman Hat Shard he will have enough, because it gives you max increases your max jewel limit, but you start out as a thief, you start out with 25% of that max limit, so you ended up getting like 4 more shards or something like that to start with, which is enough to push you over. Anyway, that's enough about that. Arena is dead not arena. Multiplayer is dead right now because like it's pretty much just the winter event or farming for like evolving materials or whatever. Nobody's really doing lizards. Realistically doing this. This party is so not going to be able to do it. But nobody's really doing this because it's just really impossible with a bunch of random strangers. And then the holiday time, of course, everybody's trying to get their last minute runs in. But sometimes I just get sick of using Holy Brawlers all the time, and people are so strict about that. So yeah, there's not really a whole lot going on. I forgot what the other event was called, the one that just ended like a day ago, but that was kind of fun to run. It was a challenge. You get to use your character, see how well they hold up, and it was very element specific, so you get a little variety there. But with the winter holiday thing, every match is like the same. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow for more content. And I guess the last thing I'll just quickly discuss is that yesterday I had kind of gone over CADANOVA and what's her face, Canon. But there's a new video up by Ushi Gaming Channel, and he actually focuses on CADANOVA a bit. And I think some of the information that we had yesterday was a little bit incomplete. It was really good to know, but I think CADANOVA's been undersold a little bit. He's going to be really powerful when he first comes out. First of all, his leader skills, one of the those top tier 50% leader skills. Very good stuff, but his job 3 is actually pretty good. Okay, the reaction ability is just what we've come to expect for some of those tanky classes. But he has 2 passives for the jump type of abilities. He's a really strong Dragoon type of character, and at least from what I was seeing in the video that I mentioned from Ushi, the jump charge times were really fast. Like, one of the biggest weaknesses of these Dragon Knight classes, Dragon Cavalier even, is that you have to factor in charge time. A lot of times, even if you try to be really careful, the enemy may move. Like, the enemy is really oddly smart about moving out of the way of stuff like that, and spells. But the charge time was really fast, so I don't know if it's because of one of these passives maybe that decreases the charge time for the jumps, but he was really good. And then of course he has really good AoE as well. Like, there's a simple cross shape AoE, and then there's like a much wider Magus bombshell level AoE as well. So he seemed pretty good, and he was fairly tanky, so I may have undersold him yesterday based on the information that I had. So I think at least for a while in global he's going to be a very strong unit. Of course, maybe he'll fall off later, who knows, but yeah, he's pretty powerful from what I've seen. So some people may be a little bit more interested in pulling for him than I had originally thought. But anyway, that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to share some updates and some random information. This was a very random video, but we'll see each other, I guess, quote unquote, tomorrow when the new content comes out. Really looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm going to go through a little bit of multiplayer withdrawal because I don't have a lot of variety today, a lot of options, but I probably will try to be a good boy and, farm up some of these things because, I have enough right now, but I know I'm always going to run out at some point. So that's probably what I'll do. Not going to be a fun day, but, we have tomorrow. So anyway, take care, guys. I'm rambling now, and I'll see you guys next time. And let me know what you think about CADANOVA. He seems better than I originally thought.